His battle over the executive order on immigration is heating up as a decision on its legality could be given by the Federal Appeals Court just moments from now. We'll let you know about that as well. The president expressing his frustration with a previous ruling on the order over Twitter, saying, quote, "The opinion of this so-called judge, which essentially takes law enforcement away from our country, is ridiculous and will be overturned." Here now is Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert. He is also vice chair of the House Judiciary Committee on Crime, Terrorism, Homeland Security, and Investigations. And Congressman, forgive me if I jump in at some point when the president comes out of Air Force One. We always like to take those pictures. I'll probably just be walking down. Let me first ask you, his comment using the phrase so-called judges. You are a former judge. As a former judge, did that bother you at all, his reference to the investigation, to that particular judge?
No, it really didn't at all. I've been called all kinds of things by, you sentence people even to the death penalty, you get called a lot of different things. But what bothered me even more than his tweet was the order by the judge. This is a judge countermanding the President of the United States, who had authority from both Congress and the Constitution to take actions for the benefit of our national security, and a district judge. And by the way, I hate to correct it, but the comment that we will hear from the Ninth Circuit on whether this is legal, you won't hear from the Ninth Circuit on whether this is legal. You will get a political manifesto from the Ninth Circuit. They don't care about the majority. They are known for that sort of thing, yeah. They don't. The majority doesn't care about the Constitution. They don't care about precedent.
All right, Congressman, forgive me for interjecting, but that is obviously the president, Donald Trump. He is getting off of Air Force One after his
and we got to give him some help.
Yeah, well,
we got to give him some help.
By the way, I was going to show a soundbite from President Obama back in 2010. We're going to stay on this picture, so we'll kill the soundbite. But I'll just explain. It was that 2010 State of the Union in which he pointed to the Supreme Court justices and essentially chastised them for a recent decision that they had made. So it's not unprecedented for a president to speak unkindly, if you will, about a judge or even a justice at the Supreme Court.
That's right, but in that case, Obama was just wrong in his recitation, whereas Trump knows exactly what's happened. And for heaven's sake, when you're talking about our national security, this isn't like an amnesty that may benefit, may not. We're talking about a state that didn't even have standing to raise issues for individuals. They don't have jurisdiction, and then they're going to rule on a matter of national security that they don't have a total briefing on. This judge doesn't. I mean, that's outrageous.
Well, Congressman, they're giving me a wrap. I just have to ask you one final question, because between now and the time that this issue is settled, there are refugees coming into the United States from these countries, some of which don't really have a government. What do you do about that? I mean, is it possible that some bad guys are in the mix?
There's only one thing to do, David, and that's to increase the security fence around the Ninth Circuit and put them in there with them. We have the authority to do that. Every circuit, every district court in America owes their existence and their jurisdiction to the U.S. Congress. Only one court doesn't. That's the U.S. Supreme Court. That's where this should go straight away, because the Ninth Circuit is a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of building space, and I'm believing we're going to be able to do something about that.
Former judge himself and now Congressman Louie Gohmert from Texas. Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see you, David. Thank you.